Hello again and welcome back to another one. And today we have some comic relief before we get into more serious topics. So brace yourselves for the latter part of the video, and as always, if you're here for the first time, hit the subscribe button, turn the notifications, and find me on social media at ETLifestyle_web. So first of all, we'll start with 50's latest dating advice for the brothers that can't afford to date at these times, and in what looks like a parody of T.I.'s Whatever You Like. Since that video had the fast food theme going for it, here's some advice from 50.
See, I gotta teach niggas how to be romantic. You know, I do what I do big. I do it big. You can get whatever you want, baby. Don't worry about it. Whatever you want. Whatever you want here at Mickey D's.
So moving on, thanks to a user on Twitter, shout out to you, I got this. I know it's not important to cover this news, but in case y'all wanna laugh, and we need this before we get to Nick Cannon's section, so why not? So Benzino recently tweeted, "Stans are the goofballs of hip-hop fans, so corny it's pathetic." And Zeno got ratioed on this one with some hilarious responses. The user states, "What are your fans called, bro?" And the savagery is expanded on by another user. "I was about to come here and argue with your fans, where are they?" And it's not hard to see why Benzino needs the clout. This tweet got a whole 6 likes and 32 retweets, so does that mean I just did charity? And this is coming after a user asked Crook, "Do you hate Eminem stans?" And anytime someone says Eminem stans, it's like saying sweet sugar, because Eminem is the point of origin. And Crook replied with, "Why would I?" Now, moving on to more serious news, it is 2020 and Eminem is still catching bodies around the world. And this time we set our sights on Canada. And based on the first half of 2020 in Canada, Eminem is leading the list of top artists based on total equivalent albums sold in 2020. Eminem tops the list with 269,000 units sold in a year where huge Canadian artists like Drake, The Weeknd, and Justin Bieber dropped projects. For those who don't know, Eminem was the top-selling male artist for album sales in the 2010s in Canada, and he started the new decade right where he left off so far. Remember, Eminem's Music to Be Murdered By also leads the way for albums released in 2020 in the United Kingdom, and holds the biggest opening sales week this year for hip-hop artists worldwide with 415,000 equivalent units sold. Juice WRLD will take the top spot anytime from now, so Juice WRLD and Eminem right at the top, Student and Sensei ruling the charts. As expected, Eminem fans do the gloating for him since he's so humble about these things. The user states, outselling Drake, Justin Bieber, Tory Lanez, The Weeknd in their own country when each of them released an album this year is the biggest flex. Eminem did that more than 20 years in the game, and doing that so consistently streamed The Adventures of Moon Man and Slim Shady. And when you see how much hate Eminem gets, you can't blame some fans for rubbing it in the faces of the quote-unquote Eminem is irrelevant crowd, can you? For instance, when Crook replied with, "Why would I hate stans?" the user that asked the question in the first place stated, "Because I believe they are all toxic." So while fans are busy talking about Eminem, reverse stans are also busy doing the same. And now we move on to the more serious part of the video. I got tagged and we lose Nick Cannon again, and went off to see for myself. And the headline states, "The television star Nick Cannon was fired by Viacom CBS for making anti-remarks during a recent podcast." And a quote from the New York Times article states, "While we support ongoing education and dialogue in the fight against hate, we are deeply troubled that Nick has failed to acknowledge and apologize for perpetuating hate, and we are terminating our relationship with him." And apparently Nick did a lot of talking. A viral tweet states, "Nick Cannon says light shade people are a little less close to animals, the true savages acting out of a deficiency, so the only way they can act is evil. When does he get cancelled?" And I watched the clip, and those quotes actually came out of Nick's mouth. So what do you guys think about this and the whole cancellation thing? And I'll leave a link to the video in that tweet for those who want to hear him say those things. And Nick has reacted to this decision stating, "Anyone who knows me knows I have no hate in my heart nor malice intentions. I do not condone hate nor spread its rhetoric. We are living at a time when it's more important than ever to promote unity and understanding." But he got a little carried away in that podcast, that's for sure. And the user responds to Nick stating, "When you equate melanin to compassion, melanin to the amount of soul you have, describe light shade people as true savages, and then promote Lewis, that makes you a lot of things, but a promoter of love and unity you aren't." So for those who loved Wildin' Out, there goes Nick Cannon, and he gets the boot. And 50 Cent reacted to the news stating, "Damn, Nicky, what was you on that stupid podcast talking about? No more wilding out, huh?" Don't worry, be happy. So what are your thoughts on these topics? Share it with us below. Keep it clean in the comment section. Like and subscribe if you haven't, and see you on the next one.